All right, today we're diving into a piece of equipment that's designed to tackle one of the most stubborn dangers in all of heavy industry. We're going to break down a really common problem, look at its surprising costs, and then explore an engineered solution built to keep crews safe and projects moving.
You know, there's a reason the source material puts it so bluntly. In these high-risk worlds, think oil rigs, utility work, heavy manufacturing. The stakes are just unbelievably high. This isn't about checking off boxes for compliance. We're talking about preventing incidents that can change someone's life in an instant. It's about survival.
So what is this number one threat we're talking about? It's probably not what you think. It's not always the most dramatic, headline-grabbing kind of danger. It's something much more common, a kind of hidden threat that's lurking on pretty much every single job site.
Think about it. Across all of these massive, powerful sectors, the data points to a single, consistent problem. This isn't an issue that's just stuck in one field. It's a universal danger, wherever heavy loads and big machinery are part of the daily routine.
And there it is. Hand and finger injuries. Our source material is crystal clear. They are the number one reason for lost time on the job. They're the top driver of those recordable incidents that everyone dreads, and they are a huge drain on a company's bottom line. It's like a quiet crisis that just happens one small, painful incident at a time.
Okay, so the key is understanding how this happens. The danger really lives in these specific zones, pinch points and crunch points. Just imagine you're guiding a big, suspended pipe into place, or positioning a heavy piece of equipment. Any space where your hand could get caught between that heavy load and a wall, a beam, or another machine, well, that's a disaster waiting to happen.
And listen, the cost of one of these incidents isn't just a medical bill, not even close. It sends these shockwaves to an entire operation. So let's really break down what that actually looks like.
This tidal wave metaphor is just perfect, because the initial injury is only the beginning. It's the aftermath, the stuff that comes crashing down later, that can completely swamp a project, dragging everything down with it.
And this is where you see that cascading damage in action. Financially, you're suddenly facing potential lawsuits, guaranteed spikes in your insurance premiums, and maybe even some hefty OSHA fines. Operationally, the whole project can just grind to a halt, which shatters your schedule and piles up mountains of paperwork. And then there's the human cost. Morale takes a huge hit, you might lose a talented veteran worker, and your company's reputation as a safe place to work gets damaged.
So when you're staring down that kind of ripple effect, what's the answer? Well, it's not more meetings or another policy memo. It's an engineered, hands-free solution. A purpose-built weapon designed to fight this one specific hazard. And this right here is the core philosophy. You know, safety protocols and paperwork are important, but they don't mean a thing in that split second right before an injury happens. The real goal is physical intervention, literally putting something other than a human hand into that danger zone.
And here's the fundamental difference in approach. On one side, you've got improvising, grabbing a stray piece of pipe or a 2x4 that's lying around. You're basically gambling with flesh and bone. But on the other side, you have a purpose-built tool. It's engineered for control, and it's designed from the ground up to keep hands far away from those pinch points. It's all about replacing guesswork with precision.
So how does the tool actually create safety? It's pretty straightforward, and it comes down to three key things. First, it provides distance. The length of the pull itself keeps workers out of the immediate line of fire. Second, it ensures control. That specialized head on the end gives you precise command over these heavy, awkward loads. And third, maybe most importantly, it prevents contact. The tool is what touches the pinch point, not the worker's hand. Simple as that.
Okay, so preventing an injury is obviously the main goal, but what about the other payoffs? This is where an investment in this kind of specialized equipment really starts to show a tangible, solid return. And look at this. Every single one of these payoffs is a direct answer to that ripple effect of problems we talked about earlier. Fewer injuries, that means lower insurance costs and better profits. Preventing downtime, that keeps your projects on schedule. Keeping your experienced crew healthy, that maintains your team's knowledge and boosts morale. It's about closing the loop on the entire problem.
This quote just says it all, doesn't it? The argument is that the cost of the tool is practically nothing compared to the astronomical cost of just one serious hand injury. A cost that you measure in money, yes, but also in project delays and human well-being.
Okay, so finally, let's talk about logistics.
For the folks making the big decisions, the safety directors, the procurement managers, how you actually get these tools is presented as a strategic decision in itself.
This is about shifting your mindset from just being reactive, buying a tool after an incident, to being proactive and building a site-wide standard. So buying in bulk isn't just about saving a few bucks. It's a way to make a public commitment to a consistent, high level of safety across all of your crews.
And the source points out that a specialized supplier brings more to the table than just a product. It highlights a company like penergy.com as an example, showing that they offer things like volume pricing, for sure, but also industry-savvy guidance to help you pick the right models and access to the full range of tools so you're never waiting on critical safety gear.
And that really leaves us with this one last question to think about. Is your safety plan just a bunch of paper sitting in a binder on a shelf? Or is it the actual tool that's in your crew's hands physically separating them from a hazard? It's a crucial distinction, and the answer gets right to the very heart of what it takes to create a truly safe industrial workplace.